Hello, this is Quick Talks, and I'm Lynn Watkins. It's the big G. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the book of Genesis, or at least that's what we call it in English. Genesis, the book that may cause more frustration and more controversy than any other book of the Bible. Why? Well, Genesis tells the story of how everything got created. That world that was created was later marred by sin. We don't know exactly what it looked like, but we do know that it was a wonderful place because God said it was good. Now, this account, as given in Genesis, slams right up against evolutionary theory. And I can remember sitting in my freshman class, I think it was world history, and saying to God, I know what evolutionary theory teaches, but Lord God, I met you. I know you're real. And if you said you did it in 7 days, I'm going to take that as a matter of faith. And I just trust that somewhere along the line, you're going to give me evidence to prove that what you said is true. My prayer was sincere, but I did miss a big point. What do you think about the big G, the book of Genesis? I want you to imagine this way. You go to a beautiful state. It is grand, it is magnificent, and landscape is perfect. And as you come up to the entrance, you're invited in and told that you're going to inherit this estate and vast wealth if you answer one question. And to make things easier, you're even given a few people to help you decide how to answer your question. This is the question: how was the earth created? And one scientist says, I can explain it to you. It started with a big bang, and then over millions of years, life developed. Another person stands up and says, no. The earth is not millions of years old. It was seeded by aliens about 10,000 years ago, and all life as we know it comes because of these aliens. Third person says, no. The earth was created by God in 7 literal 24 days. And then another person steps up. No, you're wrong. The earth was created by God, but he did it using natural means. And now you have to choose one of these theories. And if you're wrong, you don't inherit anything. And as you're sitting there pondering, all of a sudden there's a huge racket. And a wild-eyed man breaks in holding a scroll and yelling, no, don't take any of their ideas. No, they're all wrong. I have the answer. And you excitedly respond, well, what's the answer? The man comes up to you closely, looks around, and then whispers in your ear, God spoke the world into being. It doesn't matter how God created everything. The answer is God created everything. It doesn't really matter how he did it. Does that shock you? Well, think about the world that the ancient Israelites lived in. A world where most people worshiped various gods. A god of the mountains, a god of the fields, a god of the waters, multi-gods. And they did so out of fear, because most cultures taught that man was created by accident. And the gods were fierce and cruel and mean. And if you didn't keep your God happy, he would kill you. And yet, the God of the Israelites, as he shared his story, proved himself to be different. He was not a created thing. He made everything created. Can you imagine how that seemed like heresy to the cultures that lived around the Jewish people? Can you imagine them trying to grasp that there was an invisible God who was bigger than the mountains, stronger than the strongest wind, and greater than any animal? And into all this, God comes and shares in his book of Genesis that he created the heavens and the earth. And he did it out of love. It was not an accident, and man was not an accident. Man was the top, the highest thing created in all the universe. And that God loved man. He didn't hate man. God wanted man to honor him and fellowship with, and to have an intimate relationship with him. We look at Genesis and we argue about whether or not creation happened in 7 days. And when we do just that, we miss the point. Genesis is the beginning of the story of how God made the heavens and earth so that there would be a place that man could live and be in fellowship with God forever. And then it explains that man disobeyed God. Man ruined his perfect world. But God, because he loved us, gave us a solution. Let's talk more about the Bible. God bless you. This is Lynn Watkins, and this is Quick Talks. Goodbye.